on the fact that I get visitations from those people who died down the street. There's thousands of other spirits that have been encountered here that have nothing to do with that murder at all, or those murders at all. That's the thing. Yeah.
Do you think there's like a portal in that area where they just come and go, or?
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people think of portals like this hole. It's like they go. No, portal's just a spot on the earth where it's just a little more elevated than other areas, and that's not just this house. I've been told by other people that that live in the area, that they've had paranormal experiences having nothing to do with with stuff they've ever experienced. And before, and it's like, wow, it goes, yeah, the house is like, we had stuff happen in the middle of the night. I said, I want to say about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I met a neighbor down on the flats in the area. And I was telling him about my house, and they said, oh, God. He goes, we had stuff going on in our house. I said, really? He goes, oh, God, it's crazy. I said, like what? He goes, well, when we bought the house, we bought it in probate from somebody. And it was sold out of. It's like, okay, so somebody died. He goes, yeah, well, the guy didn't die in the house. He was in a convalescent home, but he died there. And they said, once we started remodeling the house, and I'm giggling because I remember the story so vividly. And it was like, she said, once we bought the house and started remodeling it, stuff started happening in the middle of the night and during the day and stuff. I said, like what? She goes, well, the hallway going down between the couple of rooms to the master bedroom, we'd hear footsteps. I said, really? He goes, oh, yeah, but not just light footsteps, like somebody was taking boots and like, making pounding, walking down the hall very loudly. Damn. And I said, really? He goes, no one was there.
Wow.
And I said, that's crazy. And then she says to me that she goes, a couple weeks later, she calls me up. She goes, well, I had a party last night. I said, and you didn't invite me? She goes, it wasn't that kind of party. And I said, what do you mean? And she says, well, my husband and I in the bedroom, we're sleeping. And in the middle of the night, we start hearing a whole bunch of conversations to visit 3 years earlier.
Oh, wow.
But when he left the home, the story is prior to 3 years earlier, he had lived there for some long, like over 20 years.
Yeah. And
built it and made it what it was. So to him, it was his pride and his joy. He had his best heart and soul in that piece of real estate.
Right.
That story, because I don't think for a second, not from think people that owned it